Hi, my name is Cassidy Galvin, and this is my Science and Me presentation. Just a little bit about me and my thoughts on early childhood education and just science in general. So, this is just kind of a little flash about me. So, over the summer, I worked as a camp counselor at YMCA Camp Wilson, and it's always been being a counselor has kind of been my door into teaching. I've always enjoyed working with kids and being a positive male role model. And with camp, especially, I always thought it was fun with the discovery aspect of it. So, kind of going around and searching through things with nature and discussing that with the kids. So, I think that kind of leads straight into this class, which is nice. Born and raised in a super small town in Kenton, Ohio. And I'm happily engaged. I'm getting married this summer in Mount Vernon, which is going to be more excited about. So, that's a large part of my life right now. As far as science topics, I kind of struggled with this for a bit, but then it instantly came to me. I've always been fascinated by self-driving cars, in particular Tesla. Has always been something that's fascinated me. So I first kind of discovered this when I was in a Tesla showroom a couple of years back, and I got to sit in one of the cars. And then unknowingly, I think even a year before that, I used to test drive cars for a company around the Bellefontaine, Ohio area, and I got to ride in a Tesla as it was being tested. So I thought that was just a cool concept, and I've been looking at videos about it ever since. So I think that's just something cool that our society has accomplished today. My philosophy of teaching, my number one priority, like I mentioned earlier about being a camp counselor, is being a positive male role model to the kids in my classroom because some of these kids don't have one. That's something that I've noticed in my field placements. So what that means for me is basically modeling a good attitude and good skills to practice for the kids. So it's just about repetition, and if I'm excited about something that I'm teaching, hopefully the kids will be excited about it as well. But if I'm just not so excited about it, then I can understand why they wouldn't be interested. Um, I am very much for supplying a variety of learning formats while making the lessons both interactive and diverse. So what that means is I'm not opposed to group subjects, visual, auditory, just making every day different. That way I can keep students entertained and engaged, and they'll see it as a fun class, and they'll see science as something that's fun. Um, I'd be great for avoiding boring the students and engaging their curiosity. Something that I'll think I'll have issues with, but I'm not really sure, is giving very loosely based instructions. And the only reason I say that is because, throughout our educational careers, we've just heard, you've got to be very particular, like don't leave much to the imagination as far as the instructions go, which I can see both sides. Um, but especially with science, I can understand because it gives them a chance to explore. So maybe possibly in science, it would work on giving more loosely based instructions, whereas in the other classes, I would have more set instructions. Just some things as far as the overview. I am very excited about the research project. My partner and I, we picked the Legos in the classroom. I personally have taught maybe one or two lessons with Legos, not particularly in science, but in math. I just think that it's such a cool concept because it can be used in so many different subjects, and I plan on using them myself personally multiple times. So I'm excited to see how this will fit in the science lens. I'm looking forward to the labs, especially because just the ones that we did last week, I thought that those are so interesting, and it's something that I really want to take directly from this class and put them into my own classroom. I think the SARS are a bit scary because it's something that I've never experienced, and the fact that you aren't grading them, just the program, it's been interesting. So just knowing what that's kind of looking for. And then the Ohio Science Standards, found a grade 2 standard. I'll read it off for you. Water can change from liquid to vapor in the air and from vapor to liquid. And so I think this is a pretty universal concept, but I would really want to make this a discussion-based thing. So beforehand, I would ask the students what they would think if I lit the water on fire with a Bunsen burner. And obviously, like it would turn to steam, and then I have a discussion with them afterwards, and then I could even have a follow-up where I have ice and then I have water in a tray, and then I freeze it and I come back with ice. Just a kind of introduction to the water cycle, an easy one. But yeah, that is basically it, and that is all that I have to offer. Thank you very much.